racing. And they've jumped away in a reasonably good line. One of the first to show out was Looks Likely. Too Easy and Sober Comment began well. Behind them, Noir Ruler settling next is I'm Pop, Shah Hurrah on the inside from Just Gorgeous, and last of all is Very Vivid. Into the back they go now, and with about 1,500 metres to travel, the leader Looks Likely out by 2 lengths. Second placing, Sober Comment, Too Easy, a neck away the inside. A length then going forward is I'm Pop, followed by Preludes. On the inside, a half away is Noir Ruler. Shah Hurrah back towards the toe with Just Gorgeous, and 1.5 last of all as they work along the back is Very Vivid. Inside the 1,200, and Looks Likely the clear leader now. I'm Pop goes to second, 2 lengths away. 2 lengths further back again, Sober Comment. Too Easy on the inside. The break then 2 Preludes, Noir Ruler handy, followed by Just Gorgeous, Shah Hurrah. And sneaking up inside it is Very Vivid as they come off the back. 900 metres out in the first, and Looks Likely leading by just over a length of I'm Pop. Third is Too Easy, a half length then Sober Comment. 1 to Noir Ruler. Preludes around it, followed by Just Gorgeous, now coming out 3 deep. Tracking it, Shah Hurrah, and over on the inside is Very Vivid. Along the side, 650 out. And the leader Looks Likely by a length. I'm Pop second, Sober Comment. There's no change up front. On the inside, Too Easy. Next, Preludes around it, Just Gorgeous. Noir Ruler being ridden up on the inside. They've dropped off Shah Hurrah and Very Vivid as they swing the corner. The leader Looks Likely, joined by I'm Pop, Sober Comment. Peeling out 4 deep is Just Gorgeous. Then Too Easy, followed by Preludes, Noir Ruler, and then Shah Hurrah in the straight. I'm Pop. Over on the outside takes a narrow lead from Looks Likely, Just Gorgeous, and Noir Ruler battling away. I'm Pop just in front. Just Gorgeous the outside, and Looks Likely fighting back. I'm Pop in front here. Looks Likely, Just Gorgeous. I'm Pop's going to get in for John Wheeler. I'm Pop wins by 3 parts of a length. Looks Likely and Just Gorgeous. Then Noir Ruler followed by Sober Comment, Preludes. Too Easy back behind it, Very Vivid, and Shah Hurrah has finished at the tail. I'm Pop the winner. I'm Pop takes out the first. And Michael Evans aboard.
11 I'm Pop, 11.10 to 85. Looks Likely to pay 171. Just Gorgeous 150.
Turn, and it's just been a little bit too strong. 4 number 5 Looks Likely, Gary Murphy, and Just Gorgeous about a half head away in third place. We're about to get it. No, not as yet. There's the signal now.
Gateman up towards the middle. Here's the starter. One of them moving a shade. Billy Lid stood well. They're just about right. Started to pick up the button. Racing in the first on day 2 of the carnival at Wagga. Billy Lid was very slow to get going, and Flying Eagle pinged out quickly with Social. Going fast in the early part is Night Princess and Horsework through along the inside. And Blue Champers, the favourite, pushed up to be about 4th early. They were being followed by Countess, and further back then Dainty being followed by Motivate. Wide around them a Raven Countess from Perfect Reflection, As If as well back. Last of the main bunch is Conditional, 4 to 5 lengths away to Billy Lid, and Ashlar's Pride can't get near them. Racing into the turn. Horsework on the inside. Social 1 deep of the first 2. Night Princess and Flying Eagle are close handy. They were being followed then in behind those runners by Blue Chappers. The favourite under the whip can't win. Further back behind them came a Raven Countess and Countess. They race past the 300. Flying Eagle on the outside goes up to Social. Over on the inside is Horsework, followed by Dainty. Motivate starting to make a bit of a run. Social down near the inside for Neil Payne. Flying Eagle on the outside is finishing just a bit the better. Flying Eagle levelled up with Social. Flying Eagle put his head in front, and Flying Eagle beat Social. Dainty got third. They were followed by Motivate, and in behind them Horsework. Next in the field then came a Countess being followed by Blue Chappers. A Raven Countess is further back, and then Conditional, As If, Night Princess. They were followed by the Joiner. Well back in the field, Ashlar's Pride, followed in by Perfect Reflection, and Billy Lid is back near the tail of the field.
Well, that very successful combination of jockey Matthew Cowell and trainer John Morrissey, successful there with Flying Eagle carrying those bronze colours, and it paid $8 for, will pay $8.40 and $2.80. Number 16 Social, $3.10, and number 11 Dainty, $5.60. So those numbers of 6, 16 and 11 shape up as a very attractive trifecta on race 1 at Wagga Wagga. Now, Warrnambool race 2 on Grand Annual Day. There's the update. Number 1 Backstop, Nashrawilla, $3.40. Number 2 Kentucky Hula, $8.80. Number 3 Considermus, $7.10. Number 4 Scenic Gem is $5.60. And then it's double figures for Kaylee Honor, Lyndon Lark. Money for number 7, Sober Thoughts, at $5. And number 8, Royal Wonder, is $6.30. While the Miss Pom Pom, not surprisingly, is long odds. Those runners are
racing. And they've jumped in an absolutely perfect line. Kentucky Hula, Considemus, Lyndon Ark all began well over on the outside, drifting back Scenic Gem. Handy is Kaylee Honor, Sober Thoughts going through on the inside, and Raw Wonder is caught out deep. Just off that leading pack is Backstop. And Miss Pom Pom dropped back to the tail. 800 metres out, Considemus ahead in front of Kentucky Hula, a length. The Raw Wonder racing on the outside of Sober Thoughts. Then Lyndon Ark, deep out, Kaylee Honor, Backstop, ridden up on the inside, a break of 3 lengths to Scenic Gem and Miss Pom Pom at the tail. 500 metres out before the turn, Considemus just in front of Kentucky Hula. Sober Thoughts getting a nice run, followed by Raw Wonder and Lyndon Ark. Backstop back on the inside and losing ground, Kaylee Honor, as they come around the turn from Scenic Gem. On the swing, 350 out, Considemus and Kentucky Hula. Sober Thoughts peeling out deep to make his run. Then comes Backstop going up on the inside, 200 metres out. Kentucky Hula took the lead from Considemus, Sober Thoughts, and Backstop struggling, but it's Kentucky Hula in front of Considemus. Sober Thoughts holding down third, but Kentucky Hula breaks away, and Kentucky Hula gets in a length and a quarter on the line to Considemus, Sober Thoughts third. Then Scenic Gem, Kaylee Honor, followed by Backstop, who's been a big flop. Royal Wonder, Miss Pom Pom, and dropping out last was Lyndon Ark.
Number 2, Kentucky Hula, Wayne Hawkeye, 7.52.10. 3, Considemus at $2.10, and 7, Sober Thoughts is going to return $1.60.
2, Kentucky Hula, 7.30, 2.30. 3, Considemus, 1.90. 7, Sober Thoughts, 1.70. New South Dividends, Wagga Race 1.
6, Flying Eagle, 8.40, 2.80.
Captain Silver on the inside, Garland Princeton confronting the 2 in the market. The light turns to red. Race 2 at Wagga is underway. They jumped away in a pretty good line. None better than Garland Prince from out wide, and Cosmic Eagle near the inside going fast. Uncle Scrooge is there as well. Captain Silver's booting up on the fence, and Prince Brocco's handy. Confronting in the white and red cap, balances up about 6th, and Cheeky Lad goes through on his inside. They were being followed further back in the field then by Dazzle Power. It's racing with Big Z. Lorraway's Luck is 3 wide around Lucky Asset, and further back to Aperture. Well back in the field was Poetic Habit, and Grace Chablais is last of all as they thunder to the turn, where the leader is travelling up Cosmic Eagle in the middle. Cosmic Eagle led the way over on the inside, Captain Silver. They were being followed by Prince Brocco. Cheeky Lad's making a bit of a spurt through and confronting, starting to finish it off well out wide. Mark de Montfort took confronting up on the extreme outside to go to Cosmic Eagle. Cheeky Lad down near the inside, and Captain Silver, it's confronting out wide, still the leader. On the inside, Cheeky Lad's trying hard. Lorraway's Luck's running hard along the fence behind those, but confronting out wide from Cheeky Lad, and he's going to be too good the top weight. Goes home to score, confronting one it from Cheeky Lad. Now for the third, it'll be tight resting between Captain Silver. Lorraway's Luck pinged home along the inside. Dazzle Power was there in the middle, and they're being followed by Cosmic Eagle, Big Z. Further back in the race was Poetic Habit, being followed by Aperture. Garland Prince never in it at the finish of the race, neither Uncle Scrooge, Prince Brocco, and well back, one of the last in was Lucky Asset. There's one more, Grey Chablais.
Confronting Mark de Montfort, the rider, interviewed by Nick Robin, was also Tony Brassell's tip, beating Cheeky Lad. Photo for third, that result shortly. 2 minutes to jump time for the third at Warrnambool. Here's the update. Number 5, Imperial General, $7.10. And well in the market, number 9, Coco Rico at $8.90. The favourite, though, was number 13, Kenset, $2.80. And the rest are long odds. So before they jump at Warrnambool,
they're off now, and they've jumped away in a reasonably fair line. One of the first to show out is Party Spirit, going through on the inside to join the leaders, Sud. Coco Rio going forward, and Imperial General on the inside with Kenset nice and handy. Deeper out on the track there, Condison. Next then was Fire Alert, Coco Rio just in front of it, back in centre field. Bush Bell's return on the outside, Pure Gold Star, and Master Cobra A long way back, Serious Drink, followed by Customs, Witch Willie, Don Merlo at the rear with Party Quest. Off the back they come 700 metres out, Imperial General Sud. And over on the outside of those there is Party Spirit. A length further back is Kenset tracking a little bit deep with Coco Rio and Condison, the widest runner. Imperial General lost ground there, followed by Fire Alert, Regecia, and then Bushbell's Return, Master Cova, followed by Witch Willie and Pure Gold Star on the turn. And Kenset went up here to hit the lead from Party Spirit. Back along the inside, Sud giving ground, Condison. Fire Alert getting into the clear and wider out as Regecia and Bushbell's Return, but inside the 200. And Ken said he's got a double grip on this. Nicola gets clear of Fire Alert, Regecia down the outside, and then comes Bushbell's Return. But Ken said is going to stroll in. Hard held. Kenset wins by 2 1/4 lengths on the line. 2 Fire Alert, tight third Coco Rio on the inside there of Bushbell's Return, Regecia. Then Serious Drink, followed by Party Spirit, Pure Gold Star, back behind it Customs, Condison, Week and Don Merlo. Then Master Cova, Party Quest, Imperial General knocked right up with Witch Willie, and last in was Sud.
13 Kenset to pay $2.20, $1.20, 4 Fire Alert, $3.10, photo for third.
13 Kenset, 210, 140, 4 Fire Alert, 330, photo third. Dan Nikolic winning
On the
rider.
turn, he had a fit of the giggles, Dan Nikolic, because the horse had just strolled up. He had 14 grips on it, and it just went past them as if they were nailed to the fence. Number 13, Kenset, ridden by Dan Nikolic, takes out the Hammonds Paints Dulux Super Vobis in a hand canter. Second placing.
Stand by for the numbers there. They're moving up at the Gold Coast. Let's head to Hawkesbury for his thoughts for race number 3 for Sound.
Has drawn down in gate 2. And the other favoured runner, Princeton, is out in 14. Here's the light turning to red. Racing now, jumped away well, although Special Forces was a little bit slow, and out the back last is Viva Lass when that got going. A very good hustle for the lead, Carjan Lass and Gingerbread Girl, and Princeton burning off from the outside. The Via Dolorosa is there as well, and when they'd balanced up, Ari Banu is about 5th. Special Forces driving through on the inside of opening night. In that group of horses, but wide is Dominant Male. Further back in the race is Viva Lass along the side, Sake on its outside. After a length and a half then is Tops Off as they race towards the 800-metre corner. They were being followed by Rawny, well back at this stage Grand Supremo, and Space Call is last of all. 800 metres to run, and through along the inside Purdy's Princess, one of the leaders in a line of 3. Princeton's in the middle, and Ari Banu is out 3 deep in the Bead Murray colours. Behind them another line of 3 with Dia Vidalarosa on the outside, 3 wide. Now Dominant Male's gone up on the outside of those. Carjan Lasses there, Gingerbread Gal's in the middle. Over on the inside is Special Forces off the pace, and they were being followed by Viva Lass, and further back in the field is Sake. Wider out then as they run is Rawny. They were being followed by Opening Night well back, and Grand Supremo Space Call at the 300, and Princeton shot away the leader. He put 3 lengths on them. This looks home. Princeton's 4 in front, down the outside Ari Banu, and in the middle of those is Sake, but Princeton looked all over a winner. He's still 3 or 4 in front. Sake is trying hard, but Princeton is being kept going, and Lenny Beasley's going to guide Princeton down to the line. Princeton comes away and scores by 3 lengths. Sake has run second. Third, maybe Carjan Lass from Ari Banu. Special Forces next, and then Viva Lass, Dominant Male. Opening Night followed further back by Rawny. Next is Purdy's Princess with Tops Off, Gingerbread Gal. Well back in the field was D Via Dolorosa, and back with it was Grand Supremo, and one of the last ones home will be Space Call.
Thanks, Alan. Number 4, Princeton, very well fancied, ridden by Len Beasley. A win dividend of $3.40 and $1.50. The place number 9, Sake, $2.70. And number 12, Carjan Lass, $25.60. And they were 4, 9 and 12. At Warrnambool, Confederate Kid is Kieran McAvoy, the rider, at $7.40. At Risk, $6.20. Number 3, Real Boy, $3.80. Number 4, Just Like Kelly, $5.90. And number 8, Hydro Master, $9.20. 2 minutes to jump time at Warrnambool. Confederate Kid is being ridden by Kieran McAvoy. As you can see, the others are all double figures.
The centre one of the first out, Just Like Kelly, Real Boy away smartly, clinched on the inside, deep out as Confederate Kid and At Risk. They're all surging forward. Drifting back a little, Hydro Master on the inside to Caro, Penalty and Scream, who gets back past centre field from Officer. Then comes Quick Hello. Kalorlan Bell's up in that leading division. Consindent well back with Sailor V, and last of all is Boldini. 1,000 out and Just Like Kelly and Real Boy matching strides. A length Confederate Kid, and At Risk. Confederate Kid is caught deep, but the favourites are all up there on the inside. Clinch one, Kalorlan Bell. Going forward around it, Hydro Master, followed by Scream midfield to Caro, then Officer. On the inside, Penalty, well back, Quick Hello, Consindent, Sailor V and Boldini. Off the back, 650 out. And Just Like Kelly and Real Boy by a length and a half, Confederate Kid. 2 lengths further back, At Risk on the inside of it. Clinch niggled that from Kalorlan Bell. Hydro Master peeling deep, and further back, Scream and Officer, followed by Quick Hello, Sailor V and Takaro. 400 metres out, and Real Boy took over from Just Like Kelly. Confederate Kid, At Risk and Hydro Master, the widest runner. A line of 6 around the corner. Real Boy struggling. Just Like Kelly kicks here. Confederate Kid trying to get through Kalorlan Bell, and Hydro Master, At Risk got chopped out. Hydro Master, Kalorlan Bell in the centre, and Just Like Kelly, Hydro Master, Kalorlan Bell. Kalorlan Bell and Hydro Master come away. Kalorlan Bell put its head in front, and Kalorlan Bell. Kalorlan Bell went ahead to Hydro Master. Third, Just Like Kelly. Real Boy fought back, followed by Confederate Kid, Scream, Sailor V, then At Risk. Next in Consindent with Quick Hello, Officer. Boldini back with Penalty to Caro, and last to pull up in the race was Clinched.
Number 9, Kalorlan Bell, is going to return you at $33.80 and $8.38. Hydro Master $2.90. A photo for third. We'll go back to Wagga in just a moment. First,
9 Kalorlan Bell to return, 29.20, 6.40, 2.80 for second, photo third.
Yeah, odds on favourite on track number 1, Stockwell, first up from a spell, but grades and grades above these horses if he can handle a heavy track. Gives Kevin Moses his best chance to ride a winner this time back. Looking for...
2,000 metres. Thank you, Rod. The light turns to red. They're racing now in the Slick Picks Class 6, and from the inside, Fantini's rider wanted to hunt out of the stalls and take a prominent place early. Getting away quickly was also Cafe Pompeii, and the favourite Convincing is up 3 deep and shooting up towards the lead. They were being followed then by He's a Corker, and out 3 deep, the Grey Cade. Over on the inside is Windmill Bill, followed further back in the field then by Carbonite, and they were being attended second last by Aspect Dancer, and Westover is last of all. They seek out the Beckwith Street side of this Wagga Wagga circuit, and Fantini is the leader. Fantini on an even rein at the 1400, 2.5 lengths, or maybe a length and 3/4 now to Cade, the top weight. After 2.5 lengths, the favourite with his head on his chest, settling beautifully, Convincing, and then 1 length back to Cafe Pompeii on the inside of He's a Corker. They were being followed a length and a half back by the Tumult Galloper, Windmill Bill. In close proximity on the outside is Carbonite. Second to last is Aspect Dancer, and Westover looked at them all about 8 lengths from the leader as they swept up towards the 1,000-metre mark. That leader is the locally trained galloper Fantini. At the 1,000, Fantini a length on Cade. 3 lengths away, Convincing, is running well within himself, the favourite. Fourth, the inside is Cafe Pompeii. It was being followed by He's a Corker, Windmill Bill, Carbonite. Further back, Aspect Dancer, and last of all, Westover. Past the 800-metre mark. It's astern of them now as they race towards the 700. The leader still on the inside, Fantini. Only 3/4 of a length to the top weight, Cade. Convincing there on the outside, being followed closely by Cafe Pompeii, the rail. He's a Corker and Aspect Dancer make their runs as he lets go on the favourite now, and further back to Carbonite coming around the turn. Well back is Westover, and Windmill Bill. Heads have swung for home. Convincing, the widest 3 of the leader, has gone up outside the Grey Cade. He's got to get to work on Convincing, Beasley. Cade led them at the 200. Convincing coming now, and Carbonite on the outside. Convincing and Carbonite. They're the in between runners. Then Cafe Pompeii nearer the rail. It's Convincing and Carbonite. Cade is there as well. They haven't got to Cade yet. Now Convincing has. Carbonite quickly on the outside. It's Convincing just in front. Carbonite lunging late. They hit the line. Convincing was too good. Convincing won it from Carbonite. There's a fall. The rider of Cade has come down after the line. Now close up Cafe Pompeii. He's a Corker further back. Then Fantini followed in by Westover. Windmill Bill is well back in the field, and one of the last Aspect Dancer. Travis Creek has been dislodged from his Mount Cade.
Yes, just after the post, Travis Creek and Cade parted company. Get a report on him shortly. Convincing, the favourite, got out to $2.10 and $1.30. And it is a photo for second and third. That result shortly. Here's the Warrnambool Cup coming up. And Collins Street $3.90, Majestic Avenue $6.10, NZ is $6.60. Dance tonight at $7. Collins Street is the favourite. Before they go on the Warrnambool Cup, let's go back trackside. Andrew Bensley with the latest on the Cup with Gary Willits.
Yes, thank you, Rod. We're back here prior to the Warrnambool Cup and for compliments of Carlton and United Breweries, our proud sponsor here on our coverage of the Warrnambool Carnival. Gary Willits with his tips. Yes. Gary, what have you come with in the Cup?
I do like number 7, Collins Street, Andrew. I thought it was very unlucky at Hamilton. It missed the kick. Then there was plenty of pace on and it sort of made its run a bit quick. And it was sort of a sitting duck for the horse that finished up beating it to get over the top of it. And the other horse I liked was Ultra Smug. I thought its form was good and went to Sydney and now back down here, down a bit. And the other one was number 5, NZ, to be ridden by Chris Muntz, Jim Hooler and train.
Yeah, well, he's going to be pretty fit anyway.
He certainly will, and I'd love to see my old mate Paddy Island train this winter, I think. Race Prince Downdown. I know he'd give Pat a lot of pleasure because he comes from down this way, Port Ferry boy.
Yes, he does.
But I'd have to mark them 7, 12 and 5.
7, 12 and 5. Thanks,
That's
Gary.
It. Good on you,
luck.
Andrew.
Yes.
And they're off and running this time, and Majestic Avenue and Simulation bounce quickly with Prince Standard, Bridge House, and on the outside Swift Encounter. Going forward, NZ are ridden up from the outside by Munster to try and get across. Over on the inside of it, Rapid Response as they go down to the 1900 metre mark. And the leader is Prince Standard from Swift Encounter. Majestic Avenue tucks away. Over on the inside of Bridge House and Rapid Response, 3 out. NZ are 4 wide, followed by Tampico, Ultra Smug. Simulation back on the inside now. Further back in the race, Musical Chimes, with Enemy Lines followed further back by Stout. Then Collins Street on the outside of it. Then Showski, and 2 lengths last of all is Dance the Night at the 1600 metre mark. And Prince Standdown takes it up in front. Nearly a length in front now from Swift Encounter. 2.5 further back, Rapid Response. He's caught 3 deep around Bridge House. Majestic Avenue, 5th, a half away on the inside, a length further back, Enzetta. He's out 3 deep on the outside there of Ultra Smug, and Tampico tucked in the fence. 2 lengths further back, Enemy Lines on the outside of it, Stout. 3/4 the fence there is Simulation. A length and a half further back, then came Collins Street. Behind it, followed by Nazaro. Then the outside of it, Showski, followed further back by Musical Chimes and Dance the Night. Pace is on at the 1100 metre mark in the Cup. Prince Standdown on the inside, about a neck in front of Swift Encounter. They clapped on the speed of the 1000 metre mark. They're 4 lengths in front from Bridge House. The inside running fourth is Majestic Avenue. A Stout goes around Rapid Response. Further back in the race and in the middle is Ultra Smug. A length Tampico outside at NZ at 2 lengths further back is Showski, followed by Enemy Line, Simulation. Then Dance the Night has got around Collins Street, followed by Nazaro, and Musical Chimes is last of all. They work off the back at the 600 metre mark, and they've been added up in front. It's Prince Standard just from on the outside, Swift Encounter. Stout has gone up, but he's been working on the outside of Ultra Smug fourth. Then Bridge House. Majestic Avenue travels well but can't get out. Further back in the race, Tampico. Collins Street pulled out very deep with Dance the Night, but they're 6 lengths off them. Around the turn, Majestic Avenue got the rails run. Got up on the inside, hit the front of the 300 metre mark from Prince Standard, and he went for home, Majestic Avenue, and look at him open up. He shot 4 lengths in front and has the Cup won from Prince Standard, Ultra Smug, Collins Street, Musical Chimes, but it's all over. Majestic Avenue, copybook ride, never left the rail, won by 4 lengths. Second is Collins Street, ahead away third in the race, Showski, followed by Tampico, Prince Standard. Further back in the race then came Musical Chimes. Back behind them, Ultra Smug, followed by Nazaro, Bridge House. Then Dance the Night, well back in the race, then Enemy Lines, followed by Stout, Rapid Response. Towards the tail is Simulation with the Swift Encounter back towards the rear.
Number 4, Majestic Avenue, 662.50. Number 7, Collins Street, $1.60. 13, Showski to pay $15.70. Totes at Wagga.
For Majestic Avenue, just before those Wagga totes, for Majestic Avenue in the Warrnambool Cup, $6.20 and $2.10. 7, Collins Street, the sub to pay $1.80, and 13 for third, Showski to return $13.20. That treble, 13, 9 and 4 should return $1,017. Alan at Wagga.
Numbers at Wagga on the 4th of the day. The winner, number 2, Convincing, $2.10 for the win, $1.30 for a place. Number 5, second, Carbonite, paid $2.20. Number 1, third, Cade at $4.10. The Quinella paid $11.20. The Exacta, $15.90.
And St Stephen, the rider, took a hold.
And he's about to be brought along. Dazzle Dancer by Neil Payne. Royal Raver at $2.80, the popular pick. Baby Bear the inside. As the starter has now mounted the rostrum, the red light takes over from the blue. Racing now, got them in a lovely start. Blue Hombre a little bit slow, and Dazzle Dancer pinged the gate out wide. Baby Bear and Almarimbula Bay, and also going fast in the early part, Marginui. The favourite, Royal Raver's going to settle down nearer last than first. In fact, he is back to last now, the favourite. Around the outside goes Noble Al, Blue Hombre. Marginui back to third last, and wide on the outside, Three Deep Family Finance. And Royal Raver pushing up on the fence is last, about 5 lengths off the leader. Along the side, Baby Bear digs up on the fence and shares the front with Dazzle Dancer. Bird of Prey is third on the inside. Noble Al is fourth. They're being followed by Almarimbula Bay, Family Finance out wide, and Royal Raver on the rail. In behind them, Blue Hombre and Marginui drop to the rear as they head for home. The Baby is again giving his back as a great sight. Baby Bear's out in front by 2 lengths. Dazzle Dancer is second. Now Matty Carl pulls Royal Raver to the outside, and the favourite starting to respond quickly now. Dazzle Dancer's there in the middle, but Royal Raver goes out after Baby Bear. Marginui is sweeping late with a run. Marginui on the outside coming at Royal Raver. Baby Bear still there. Well, Royal Raver in front from Marginui. Royal Raver's in front. Marginui trying hard to pick it up, but Royal Raver. Another one for Carl and Morrissey. Royal Raver goes to the line, wins a length and a half. Marginui. 4 away third, Baby Bear. Almarimbula Bay is next, and they were being followed in by Dazzle Dancer. Further back to Bird of Prey, followed by Noble Al, Family Finance, and last of all was Blue Hombre.
Ooh, the $150,000 bonus looking good for John Morrissey. That's his fourth. He needs one more, and he's got a couple more races today and a whole day tomorrow to get it. $2.60 and $1.70 for Royal Raver, well ridden by Matty Carl. Number 3, Marginui, $1.40, and number 8, Baby Bear, $1.60. Rather stating the obvious, isn't it? Saying it's a good ride when they win. All winners are good rides. But it was a strong effort by Royal Raver on a heavy track. Now at Warrnambool, this is the big one. As I said, the metric version of 3 miles, 3.5 furlongs. And $100,000 in gross prize money, the grand annual steeplechase, where they go through paddocks, over roads, all directions. Brushkin, number 2, is $8.40. Cool Groom, $3.70. Big crowd in the background at Warrnambool. St Stephen, Brett Scott, $5.50, and Andrew Bensley caught up with Brett Scott a few moments ago. Down to zero, $4.40. March Past 12. Good as Glimmer, $87. River Rough, $7.90. And Cool Groom is the favourite. The rest are double figures, shortest of them. Willie Harnett's mount, number 11, Zipper Dipper at 15. The runners hacking off to the start now for the running of this year's Warrnambool Grand Annual Steeplechase. Brett Scott, a highly competent jumps jockey. He's linked up with John Wheeler on St Stephen for the race. And as I said, Andrew Bensley caught up with him just before he mounted. Here's Andrew.
Still getting over the win at Majestic Avenue, but here comes the next big one of the day, the Grand Annual Steeplechase. Brett Scott going out here on St Stephen for John Wheeler. He's already had a winner today. What about St Stephen?
I think he's a realistic chance. You know, I'd like to see him definitely weigh in. I think it's a very even race, though. You know, it's hard to pick a winner from the... Yeah. I'd say the chances are the top 5 horses, I reckon. Yeah,
he got through Oakbank, obviously, okay. Is he... I mean, this is a hell of a race, as you know. A gruelling race, right, left, going, you know, other way, backwards, and all that sort of stuff. Is he primed for that?
Yeah, we would have liked a little bit more time between runs. You know, it's only been 10 days, and he was a very tired horse after Oakbank. Look, we're happy with him. Happy enough, you know. But like I say, probably another week between runs would have been a lot better.
Yeah, well, I guess that's come back to Easter. We blame Easter. But, yeah, you probably sum it up, the top 5, some sort of chance here. Good luck, Brett.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Andrew.
Thanks a lot, mate. Brett Scott, he's on St Stephen for John Wheeler. They're going out in the big one, the Grand Annual.
And those runners are headed to the barrier now for the running of the Grand Annual. Here's a quick check of the top 6. Now, number 3, Cool Groom. It's currently the tote favourite for the Grand Annual. Of course, it's trained by the Maestro.